you're well aware, I'm sorry, sir, that there are members of the Republican Party who have said that's a sacred area for them. They don't want to raise taxes on the wealthiest in this country. They want to maintain the tax breaks that were passed during the Bush era for everybody or for nobody. So, here we are. You've identified where your sacred areas are. They've got theirs. That's what I'm asking. Where is the middle ground in all of this, then?
Well, the middle ground is a fair share. And by putting the earned benefit programs on the table, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, as being the source for the deficit, and the only way to reduce that and the only way to balance this, I think is wrong when there is no significant revenue, not just gestures or token appeals about tax deductions and other areas, but a significant restructuring of that code to bring us back in line the way that we were under Clinton.
Representative, you know what, as we're talking, the market is selling off once again every time members of Congress come on. And I've got to tell you, sir, I think you're contributing to the fears that we're going off the fiscal cliff, because it doesn't sound like there's any compromise in what you're saying. Do you care that markets are selling off dramatically when it looks like you guys can't come to a deal?
Of course I do. And I also care that, we've asked the working families and middle class to carry the burden for 2 decades on this tax rates and on the revenue generation for this country. I don't think it's unfair, and it shouldn't be a scare tactic to ask corporate America and the wealthy to pitch in and help this country when this country needs the help.
What I don't understand, when you say, if you don't want to change Medicare in any way, say means testing, what you mean is you want to subsidize the wealthy. The retiring generation right now is the wealthiest retiring generation in American history. You're asking young people to subsidize wealthy people who are retiring if you don't want to make key changes to Medicare. You want to help the rich, not the poor?
No, I don't think the scenario is that way. When you look at the people that are on Medicare, when you look at the people that are on Medicaid, those are people that not only earn the benefit,
I didn't say Medicaid, I said Medicare.
I think
right?
the vast majority of people on Medicare are people that have earned that benefit and are entitled to that benefit. And there has been an understanding.
So no changes?
No changes, because at this point, without any revenue generation to offset the blunt of cuts, why are we talking about changes?
80 points.
All right. Sir, thank you for your time. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.
There it is. That's the fiscal cliff in a nutshell.
I don't know.